So you start off the game, the offense is okay, but the defense isn't getting the stops at once. Then you get to the second quarter, the defense cranks up, and now the offense isn't going. Is that just kind of indicative of the challenge of the space you all are in?
Yeah, we just got to, stay consistent, the whole game, on both sides of the floor. I feel like that's the most important thing.
Spell mentioned that the competitive will that maybe was there last night, definitely the second half wasn't there this time around. How challenging is it to keep that part up when things are going so poorly from a result standpoint?
It can be tough sometimes, but, you got to be a competitor, You just got to go out there and, fight. You can't fight no more. I feel like I could have done a better job doing a lot of things this game. But now we just got to look forward to the next game, fix our mistakes.
As you guys are going through these losses, you coming from another situation, are you feeling your voice growing more in the locker room, in the huddle, on the bench, as you guys are trying to rally to get a couple of wins in?
I think it's everybody. I think it's the whole team, just doing it collectively and trying to, figure it out together. We figure it out, we go through all this stuff, and, once we get over that hump, we're going to be right there,
While you're still relatively new to the group, what have you noticed most about, while this is killing everybody to lose this much, that it's not turning into a group issue in the sense of the wrong spirit?
Yeah, there's still, good spirits, good vibes, around the team. We all want the same thing, which is, to win, to see, something positive, the outcome of these games. So, as long as we keep the good vibes, keep, that will to try to go out there and stay competitive and, win games, I feel like we'll be all right.
Before we even get into tonight, obviously you and Zach come from the Big Ten. You guys are the same draft class. So how nice is it to get on the floor and battle with him from the start?
It was nice. It was always nice to see him. For people always think it was, we always had some against each other, but it's just, me and him, we cool. So, it was no bad blood in between. It was just out there just hooping, having fun. We both in the NBA now, so it's good to see that.
Nice to take it to the next level. After you guys kind of got it settled a little bit in the second quarter, what became the challenge then to kind of have the offense and defense synced up at the same time so that you could really stay in the game?
We just had to just keep the ball moving and just not get stagnant out there. And if we would have kept it moving and try to get some more stops, they're more of a driving team and not shooting, so we just had to, defend more on the inside. But if we would have did all that, it would have been, a different outcome. So
there's not a sense of doom and gloom in your group, but having to own this streak and trying to emerge from it is going to take what, do you think?
Just coming together, just wanting to come out there and win. Everybody energy got to be up, and we just got to be one and, be for each other. So,
Kyle, you were a part of that group in the second quarter that really started to push this in the right direction. What was it about that particular rotation that at least got kind of the offense and defense on the same page for that short period of time?
I think we just had some fresh legs out there. T-Row, myself, the young Bucks. Davion came in with some energy. And we were just able to, cut the lead at the time. And we obviously wanted to keep it going, but it didn't end up that way.
Yeah, the tough thing I felt throughout the night was as the offense was good in the beginning, but defense wasn't good enough, and then it changed back. And then, as Spo said, it's tough to maintain competitive spirit after that.
Yeah, but, that's our job. And including myself, I don't think we displayed that tonight. Shame on us. We'll be better the next time. And we've addressed it as a team, and, we'll figure it out on the way on the next game on Monday.
These extended losing streaks can start to pull a group down. Mm-hmm. What's been key to keeping you all together on the right message and it not start to fray?
Yeah, it's not like the season's over. We still got a lot more basketball to play, and sometimes I think you just got to take a step back and have a different perspective. And I think us getting away from the game, having a day off tomorrow will be good, and come back Monday hungry, ready to compete, and be willing to play for each other. And I think with a different approach like that should go well.
Supposed to seem like all night you start off decent offense, but then the defense was giving up too much, and then as the defense locked in a little bit in the second quarter, the offense wasn't rolling.
Yeah,
it was just tough to sync it all up.
Yeah, that pretty much sums it up. And then we lost our competitive spirit there in the second half, and enough has been said in the locker room, but we have a certain standard of how we expect to play and compete. We did not meet that standard tonight. When we meet that standard, it doesn't mean that we're going to win. Obviously, we're struggling to figure out, how to win games, but last night we met a standard from a competitive standpoint. Tonight we did not.
Spo, you talked about trying to find a way to win games. As you look at the season and how it's going, how are you as a coach, as a teacher, keeping the guys together, keeping them, even keel?
We just we focus on the process. It is said often, and it can be a cliche, but in these moments, there's no stronger truth than you have to stick to a process. We have a process that we're trying to build the necessary habits. So none of us are taking this for granted. I mean, the vets that have been in our locker room for a long period of time, this is humbling. And we're left with this reality of how difficult it is to win one game. We're desperate to our souls to collectively figure out how to win one game. And that's where we are right now. Part of this, we have to balance all of it. There's a standard that we have to hold. There's also our spirit that we have to keep, staying the course, and also finding, collective joy through this process. All of that, all of it matters, right now. It's not going to be fun when you're losing. That's just the reality. But there can be joy in terms of competing together and playing well. And we've had stretches of that the last 3 weeks, even though we've been losing. So it's a balance that we all have to strike. But again, a thing that would solve a lot of it would be getting just an incredible effort collectively to win one game. That would put smiles on a lot of our faces.